before your ass end up in the rapper. And you don't want to see that dude. He was screaming VA when screaming VA wasn't cool. Huh. Now let me stop, that's me. But you'll never open the state, Playboy, cause I still got the key.
I'm from the B to the SA, one of the few who get played. I stay in these streets, a cop, cook, and flip yay. Dog, you a slizzy, like Kunta and Kizzy. Who am I? Next time. Did you miss me? But on the up and up, they can't get enough of us. The home of Missy, D'Angelo, and Bubba Chuck. And you don't know what we capable of. Be at your crib with a mask, duct tape, and some gloves. What? Down here, cash rules. Nothing but bad dudes from Richmond to bad news. Make fast moves, dog. Stay alert here. Catch them up top, come down and drop work here. Home of the Brizzy, we live to get paid until I'm old and grizzly. This is where I stizzy. Born and raised from the cradle to the grave, and the V to the V to the Izzy.
Buckle your seatbelts, hold on tight. You know we had to do a remix, right? It's the best of both worlds, yeah, you know what we about. It's the bottom of the north and the top of the south. You dealing with some bosses, we ain't too fond of taking losses. You come around here, better be cautious. We coming with the forces of 500 horses, but we ain't under the hood, we come from the hood. Let's get one thing understood. We ain't no country bumpkins, so please don't make no assumptions. We ain't too city to get crunk and gritty. At first they ain't hit me, so I brought some friends with me. And everybody's reppin' the V-Dog. It's going down like fat kids on a seesaw. Next up,
I believe that's me.
Hey yo, Quan, can you hold me down?
Definitely. A lot of niggas been talking. Sooner or later, police gon' have to choke them. Bad news, we on that bullet shit often. Serving hard as often. Pop and hop your in the car.
It's hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, baby. Let's go! Yeah, it's hour number 2. And welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. And I love that track. I love that track. Hey, kind of to add on to what I was talking about in the last segment, man, about the Super Bowl champions. Is where it pertains to this year's Super Bowl, man. I could really see. I could easily see. Now, if the Patriots win, you know good well they're going to give it to Tom Brady. I mean, no matter what happens. I mean, somebody could have 500 yards receiving and maybe 600 yards rushing, and they're still going to give it to stinking-ass Tom Brady. They're going to do that. But for the Falcons, if the Falcons can get it done, man, I could easily see Quintaris Julio, Quintaris, whatever Julio's name is, Julio Jones getting that MVP. You remember that dude had 300 yards receiving this year against the Carolina Panthers? You remember that? Yeah. I could easily see Julio having a big game. I mean, big-time players make big-time plays. And here it is, Quintaris Lopez-Jones. I could see him going slam off this weekend. The Butler kid, the defensive backs, or next weekend. The Butler kid, the defensive back for New England that had the big play in the Super Bowl is floating around. He had a tweet in 2012 when Julio had a big game. I can't remember if he was in Atlanta already or with the still in college. Yeah, Julio's been around for that time. I had to have been with the Falcons. But he had this tweet where he was like, man, I want to check Julio Jones. When you got your opportunity this year, you got your opportunity to guard, or next weekend. You got your opportunity to guard the great Quintaris Lopez-Jones. Hey, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Dan Quinn says, shifting the team. Push the Falcons to the Super Bowl. An article written in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution on yesterday. He was asked about how the team, despite all of its offensive accolades had gone through the season underrated, Quinn discussed a shift in the team following the 29-28 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs at the Georgia Dome. And as they moved into the playoffs, which he's exactly right. There was a shift in the team. Like that game was so heartbreaking. Remember, that's the game where Eric Berry, the safety for Kansas City, had the pick 6 and he had the pick 2, I guess you'd call it, where he returned a 2-point conversion for 2 points for the Kansas City Chiefs. Matt Ryan, I think most people blame Matt Ryan for that game, and I've talked about it before. Matt Ryan's had these horrible picks in the red zone, man. I'm willing to bet, and I haven't been able to find a list, even on footballreference.com. I can't figure out the way to do the query, but I know Matt Ryan has to be in the top 3 or 4 all time for pick 6s or interceptions in the red zone, not necessarily a pick 6 all the way the other way for 100 yards. But I'm saying interceptions in the red zone, Matt Ryan has to be in the running for all-time leader in that. And so that game with Eric Berry where he did it twice was just deflating. And I guess they came together as a team, man. And, in effect, as the old people say, got his shit together. They got their shit together. And the Falcons going to the Super Bowl, man. Congratulations again. They got their shit together. Let me jump in the chat room on Spreaker.com and hear what the Stewies got to say. On Spreaker.com, once again, jump in the chat room and post your thoughts, and I'll read it all throughout the show. From my man, Wardy504, down there from New Orleans, I guess. He says, Doug, why you can't understand the concept of Saints fans not rooting for ATL? I live in Augusta, Georgia, and we won in 2009. When we won in 2009, I was obnoxious in the barbershop. You think I want these fools throwing their ring in my face for the next year? Damn right I'm a hater. No, bro, that's totally understandable. I'm not mad at Saints fans about that. I'm not upset with Saints fans, and I made this whole diatribe, or had this whole diatribe a couple of days ago where I was like, it shouldn't be anybody else in America outside of Boston, in Massachusetts and the New England area even, that should be rooting for the New England Patriots in this game. No, I get it. Y'all get a pass. If you're a Saints fan, I get it. The Saints are the geographical and historical rival to the Atlanta Falcons. I get that. I understand totally, Saints fans not rooting for the Falcons. What I will say is y'all just shouldn't be rooting for anybody. Like, not only can you not root for the Falcons, or I get it where you don't want to root for the Falcons, but that being said, you can't possibly root for the New England Patriots. Just say that you will be neutral in this situation. Nobody can root for the Patriots. Oh, look at this. We had the ghost of Eddie Long yesterday in the chat room. Today we got Belichick Spy Cam. Belichick Spy Cam says, I was there the night Eugene Robinson was arrested. Oh, boy. As my mother says, y'all jokey. Y'all too jokey. I will be releasing that footage. Wait till you see that cop. Damn, she fine. That's funny. Belichick Spy Cam in the chat room. Thank you for your patronage, sir. From Coop, the entire region of New England, Rhode Island, Maine, Vermont, etc. roots for the Patriots. No, I said that. Maybe you didn't hear the show yesterday, Coop. Yeah, you did, Coop, because you said something yesterday that was just it was ridiculous. But, yeah, I've said it before. The New England area, outside of the New England area, the article that I read from a couple of days ago, the guy made the argument that there shouldn't be anybody rooting for the New England Patriots outside of a 100-mile radius of Foxborough. And I expanded that even more. If you're in the New England area, you get a pass. When they do one of those maps showing, the shaded states are rooting for the Atlanta Falcons and this color shaded states are rooting for New England, it should only be, the only shaded states for New England or for the Patriots should be in the New England area. That outside of that, no one else should be rooting for the Patriots. Like Big Apple Bastard said earlier, the Falcons should really get a spike in their fans' support, or new fans in particular for young kids, if they win this Super Bowl. I mean, they really should. I think most everybody else in the world is rooting for the Atlanta Falcons. From Angry Black Man, he says, good morning, bruh. I hate the Patriots, however. Oh, my gosh. From Angry Black Man, he says, good morning, bro. I hate the Patriots. However, I will be rooting for the Golden Boy to Wait a minute. How can you hate the Patriots, but you're rooting for Tom Brady? I guess that's who you mean by the Golden Boy, to thrash the Falcons and send them back to Atlanta 0-2 for the Super Bowls. I need you to give me more explanation on this, bro. Like, why would you root against the Falcons? You stated you hate the Patriots, so you have to be rooting for the Falcons. You should, at least. From Sidney Jackson, I'm rooting for anarchy. And I'm hoping for some dude to run on the field or the fan man from that Holyfield fight to show up, or the sprinklers come on in the stadium. Kind of like, what was that movie, The Last Boy Scout? At the beginning of the very movie, the Last Boy Scout, dude runs down the field with the football, pulls out a gat, and just shoots the fool. From Chucktown Frank, Doug, why should we just root for the Falcons? I got Skrilla on the Patriots, man. I hope the second greatest white man, Larry Bird, whoops up on the shady-ass Hawk Shawty. Well, Chucktown Frank, obviously, bruh. I mean, that's the other scenario in which, I get it if you don't root for the Falcons, if you have money on the Patriots. If you're trying to win, if you're trying to profit from this game, you're definitely excluded from this conversation as far as everybody should be rooting for the Atlanta Falcons. I get that totally. Let's move on. From Clay Clifford Davis. And you know what? I kind of walk that back a little bit. Because you can vote for, or you can put your money on the Patriots to win if you really think they're going to win. But you can openly root for the Atlanta Falcons, to win the game. I guess, no, you technically couldn't do that. I guess you technically couldn't do that. Because you wouldn't put your money on the team if you didn't think that if they were going to win. So thus, you can't do that. From T. I had to Dub, Falcons haven't won jack yet, so they are no rival. Is he talking about the rivalry towards the New Orleans Saints? Is that what he mean? Oh, no, the Saints-Falcons rivalry is real. They go back and forth. The Falcons have to have had the advantage when Saints and the Falcons play each other head up. And I'm sure we can find that. Let's get Wardhead to try to look for that. But, yeah, that's definitely a rivalry. I mean, it's not like Michigan and Ohio State or anything like that. But as far as rivalry goes for this city, the Saints fans, Falcons fans, every year when the Falcons go down to take on the New Orleans Saints, many people charter buses and vice versa as well. After Hurricane Katrina, a lot of New Orleans people moved up here, man, and took over the damn city. And white tees. So there's a long history between the two cities. From Clay Clifford Davis, Thorny, if they really care about the illegal immigration, then they need to round up all these people that are here or expired visas that didn't go back home. Yeah, that's something else that they've talked a lot about, this whole notion of this wall. First of all, a wall's not going to stop anybody that wants to get here. And they talked about how the drug cartels have this elaborate system of underground tunnels or whatever. I'm sure you've seen that before on some of these little specials and talking about the immigration problems or whatever and illegal aliens coming from Mexico. But they've got this network of tunnels, man, and if they want to, they got the money. They've got the ability to spend money to do whatever they need to do to get the drugs over here. So that's not going to stop. And he's exactly right. It's documented 40%, I think the number was 40% of the illegal aliens that are here are people that stayed after their visas ran out. So they actually came here legally. They just didn't go back. That's a big problem. If you knock that out, if you're Donald Trump and you want to, correct this quote-unquote problem that you have with illegal immigration, then you'd fix that some kind of way. They're talking about spending $12 to $15 billion for a wall. It's dumb as shit. It is. It's so dumb. With all the issues that we have. I keep getting dragged. Y'all keep dragging me back into this orange dude talk. Y'all keep